What's up, Chaw?
Hi.
I'm gonna wear my shades if that's okay.
I think rad is all this stuff? The people that do this? That's pretty
Give
sweet.
him a hand. Brought a phone. If that thing rings, run.
So what do you guys think coming back here? Here I am.
Hi.
Hey, James.
Hi.
Hi.
Can we talk a little bit about the early days coming up in Chicago?
Sure, yes.
So
As much as I can remember.
that period of like
And there was a Dunkin' Donuts that may or may not still be at Clark and Belmont. It was referred to as Punkin' Donuts because before shows it would just be filled with punk rockers and skinheads.
Gone.
It's gone. That sucks.
There's
I think
a Target
I heard
over
that,
there now.
actually. There's a Target?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's good.
Oh.
Toilet paper. More
But
important
yeah,
than
so
donuts.
I used to
Lounge X.
sneak into Lounge X when I was like 16 or 17. I had an ID that said I was 27.
Yeah.
Robert Schultz. I knew my sign. I had everything memorized. I had a story about everything, and the nice people at Lounge X and Empty Bottle like gave it a look and were like, right away, Sergeant Wormser.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
and goddamn it was recorded for a couple bucks in a couple weeks.
900 of them
It still holds up.
in 10 days.
Well, yeah, I mean, it holds up. Thank you.
That's very kind. Thank you,
It's
sir.
very kind. Would I re-record that record?
In a heartbeat. Sounds
Or
like
at least
shit.
re-sing everything? You can keep the magic of the guitar
No, I think
tones,
that's
but
kind of the magic of it, though. I wouldn't change it in reality.
You wouldn't prefer I sing the background vocals after you sing the leads? Instead of before?
Oh, yeah. Dan had a tour to go on.
I was going on tour with another group. So,
Go ahead.
sang the background vocals.
Before the main vocal.
Anything.
Which, even if you don't, record music, or if you never have, you understand that that's backwards. It's called backup vocals to the main vocal, not forefront vocals.
What we were doing was establishing a precedent for how we would do everything.
Breaking new ground.
We would
Man
do
on the moon bullshit.
Over here is the right decision. Let's go over here.
All right, how about a song?
All right.
Okay.
What are you going to give us?
This is so much fun, though.
Well,
is.
there will be more.
Thanks for being here so bright and early. I mean, maybe it's like noon now. But bars stay open till 5 a.m. or whatever, so.
This city is.
They do.
What should we do first?
I don't know. You know what? You know what's good? Me and Dan don't have hangovers. Makes things like this much easier
So much
and
easier.
way more enjoyable.
4 years ago, we probably wouldn't have showed up. Until now. We would have
been
showed
late.
up, but it would have been very Axl Rose. It would have sucked.
Especially since booze doesn't play such a big part in our lives anymore. It definitely.
We rely more on Death and Satan.
There's still death and Satan, but and love songs, of course. A lot of songs about girls. One at a time. Each song is about a different girl, but.
Busy, busy boy.
Well, a lot of the songs are about the same girl. There's still some old Trio songs that Dan wrote that I don't know what they're about.
I'm really good.
He is really good.
Very vague. Very good at being vague.
Yeah.
And as Matt said, Satan is such an important part of rock and roll. It
Yes.
should
It's
be
the
a given.
devil's music. Thank you.
There it is.
People are like, you worship the devil? No!
This one's for you, Beezy.
I am the devil. He's in me, under my bed, in my closet, and watching you at all times. And then, it's a good thing I love what I do. I love being on the road and traveling with my best friend. And, with Blink, we're making a new record. So I was in the studio right before I came out here, and I go back in a couple days.
I heard some of it. You guys are going to have to change your name. It's full-on black metal. It's fucking going to be weird.
There actually are blast beats on one of the songs. Travis did them just for me.
Fuck yeah. No, I haven't
So
heard it.
They're admiring that beard. It's a beautiful beard. I'm jealous. I can't do that shit.
A lot to admire.
That thing is not cursed.
Oh my god, all this grist. It's like a existential crisis every time I look in the mirror. I thought you guys were going to sing it because I forgot it.
That's why he stopped, not because he forgot it.
I know what happened.
It didn't come in.
I was singing
Anybody?
along.
Crickets.
Anybody?
Name that movie.
How about this one? We'll give him more. What's the guy's name? Davenport. Where's Mr. Oh, well, if I say this part.
Mr. Griswold, they'll still not know if they don't. Mr. Griswold.
Where's Mr. Griswold's car? Oh,
Wally World? Anyone?
I don't know, sir.
There you go, people.
I know what happened.
Y'all need to watch movies.
It didn't come in.
Wait, you didn't order the metallic P?
Metallic P.
What's Alpine Blue?
Before we continue, I do want to give a big thank you to our friends at
Damn it,
Win Trust. First two nights, the set lists were virtually unrecognizable from one another. You kind of have to do that, right? You have to mix it up for the fans.
I thought you were going to say when it was unrecognizable to the audience.
It was
I've
unlistenable.
played shows like that, but I don't think last night was like that.
And we haven't made a list for tomorrow yet, which will be interesting.
Any recommendations?
Be careful. I have strong veto power.
As you should.
Yeah, veto.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
Stupid Kid, yes. Maybe. Is that tonight?
fuck yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna hear that one tonight.
I like that song.
Yeah, we're trying to change it up.
And
Sing.
it did the trick. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, which is none of anyone's business. Yeah, the end of that story.
So good to know if you're a famous musician and you write a poem and handwrite it and give it to a girl, that is effective.
It is.
Who'd have thought?
Yes. There's a whole, yeah.
All right, this lounge session.
Give it to me, Big Nasty.
I'm out there smoking, and Moon was sitting outside with, she's like 6 or 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
And I'm smoking a cig, and she's talking to my wife at the time, and I didn't notice she was sitting there and that she was pregnant, and my cigarette smoke was going into her face, and she's like, "Hey, bro, can I get one of those?" And I go to hand her a cigarette, notice that she's pregnant, and I'm being a total asshole.
That's Moon. I wanted to restart because I thought there was some issues with the podcast. But real quick, what part?
You don't need to tell them everything.
Well, I can edit that out.
I moved out to the suburbs when I was 2. My parents stayed in the city, and then I lived alone in a house I bought when I was 2. Just kidding. My parents moved us out to the suburbs. The first show I went to, show ever, was the Judds with my parents when I was like 6 or something.
Nice, the Judds.
I remember it was the first time I smelled weed. Rite of passage. First show was Social Distortion. That was first French kiss, first fist fight, first time I ever got drunk, all in one night.
Damn, it's amazing.
We didn't get an old school bus that broke down 18 times or whatever. Which is funny. I tell people I went to Columbia. And I just let them think that it's the Ivy League Columbia.
Totally.
Oh, wow. You went to Columbia?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? No, yeah, art school, Columbia College, and 30 seconds out in that, and you get frostbite.
Yeah.
So, and it's just really uncomfortable. It's so cold, so cold it burns.
I can imagine. You're an adult at that point, but still.
No. I mean, I'm still not an adult.
Yeah, neither am I. But you know what I mean.
No, but yeah, I was definitely always probably a pain in the ass for them.
Yeah, but we turned out wonderful though.
Thank you. And so my parents were like, "Oh, we want to come down and see you." I was like,
Not a good
I would,
idea.
I'd make up excuses. And living in, Humboldt, that was definitely, eye-opening.
Yeah.
If I have a picture that I post all the time, and I have the original in my kitchen of my mom in her fatigues holding her M16,
Seeing that.
and smoking a cigarette, which is, my mom's a health nut now and
Yeah.
looks 30 years younger than she is. My dad too. They're both lovely people and really healthy. I was just talking to my mom about this the other night. And I said something about being the black sheep, and she was like, you weren't the black sheep. And I was like, well, define a black sheep for me. And she said, well, it's somebody that, kind of goes their own way, and what, you know, and I'm like, so she's like, yeah, I guess you were the black sheep. She just didn't want me to feel like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.